You stand in the hallway. A sliver of light spills from beneath the door, and through it, you hear it. Not just words, a tone, a specific cadence of laughter she never uses with you. It's a sound that belongs to a secret world, and in that moment, you realize the door is closed to you. This feeling, it's not new, it's a phantom limb, an ache for a connection you thought you had. You see it in the quick, knowing glances exchanged between her and her friends when you walk into a room. A silent conversation that ends the moment you arrive. The inside jokes you're not a part of. The stories that begin with, "Oh, you wouldn't get it." It's a wall built brick by invisible brick. You start to question yourself. Are you too sensitive? Are you imagining things? Her placid smile tells you that you are. But this is not a product of your imagination. This is a calculated strategy, a form of psychological warfare fought in whispers. This is weaponized gossip. It's the secret language she uses with her inner circle to devalue you, control the narrative, and solidify her power. Here is the truth. It's not about venting. It's not about seeking advice. It's about creating an alliance against you. It's a psychological tactic known as triangulation. She creates a triangle, you, her, and her friends. But the lines of communication are deliberately broken. She doesn't speak to you about her concerns. Instead, she performs her concern for her audience. She becomes the martyr, the patient partner, the one who is trying so hard. And you? You are cast as the villain in a play you didn't even know you were in. The problem she must endure. This is not an accident. It's psychology. The secret language is built on 3 toxic pillars. First, the concern facade. She never says, "He annoys me." She says, "I'm just so worried about him." She'll say, "I'm worried about his lack of ambition and he seems so content with so little." She frames your peace as apathy, your contentment as a character flaw. To her friends, she isn't criticizing you. She's a loving partner, burdened with a man who won't reach his potential. She earns their sympathy. You earn their judgment. Second, the misappropriated vulnerability. She takes the secrets you shared in confidence and turns them into public evidence of your instability. Remember when you told her about your deepest fear, your childhood struggle? In her retelling, it's not a story of your resilience. It's a red flag. "He has so much trauma," she'll whisper, her voice dripping with counterfeit pity. "I'm not sure he's capable of a healthy relationship." She uses your past to disqualify your present. Third, the poisoned compliment. This is the most insidious tool. It's a compliment with a blade hidden inside. "He's so wonderfully simple," she'll say. "It's refreshing, really. He doesn't overthink things." On the surface, it sounds sweet. But the subtext is clear. He's unintelligent, naive. Or, "It's amazing how little he cares about what other people think." Translation, he lacks social awareness. He's embarrassing. Her friends nod, their perception of you solidifying. They aren't hearing compliments. They are receiving coded instructions on how to view you, with pity, with condescension, but never with respect. Consider the story of Arthur, a man with a quiet confidence, a passion for restoring old clocks. He loved Eleonora, a woman who seemed to shine in the social spotlight. At first, her friends were warm, but soon a chill set in. When he'd talk about his clocks, they'd share a patient, tired smile. Eleonora had told them, "It's sweet, his little hobby. It keeps him occupied." The concern facade, his passion, was rebranded as a childish pastime. One night, Arthur confessed to Eleonora his fear of failure, a remnant of a demanding father. It was a moment of pure vulnerability. The next week, he overheard one of her friends say to another, "Eleonora has so much on her plate. Arthur's insecurities are a heavy burden." Misappropriated vulnerability. His deepest wound, shared in trust, was now cocktail party gossip, a testament to his weakness and to her strength for putting up with it. The final cut came with a poisoned compliment. At a dinner, Eleonora toasted him. "To Arthur," she said, "who always reminds us that happiness is found in the simple things." The table applauded, but Arthur heard the real message. He was simple, unambitious, a charming but ultimately minor character in her grand life. In that moment, the illusion shattered. He saw the architecture of the deception, the carefully placed words, the curated narrative, the secret language. The transformation did not begin with a confrontation. It began with a quiet withdrawal. He stopped seeking their approval. He stopped explaining his passion for clocks. He simply worked on them, finding solace in their intricate, honest mechanics. When her friends would try a veiled jab, he would no longer defend himself. He would meet their gaze with a calm, knowing silence. His silence was more powerful than any argument. It was a language they did not understand, a game they could not play. Eleonora's performance of the long-suffering partner began to ring hollow. Without his emotional reaction to fuel it, the fire died down. If you recognize this pattern, understand this: you cannot win the game by their rules. You cannot fact-check your way out of a narrative built on emotion. The only way to win is to stop playing, reclaim your emotional energy, invest it back into yourself, into your passions, into your own sense of worth. Her gossip and her friends' opinions are a distorted reflection in a carnival mirror. It's a caricature designed to make you look small, foolish, and broken. Do not mistake their reflection for your reality. You know who you are. The opinions of those who feast on whispers are irrelevant.